My name is Shy. Welcome to my YouTube video. Join me today as I get ready for a night as a bottle girl. I've been doing this for a couple months now, just as a nice little part time, and so far it's been pretty fun. But I'm just gonna take you through my makeup and let's get started. So I want to show you at least the base that I've already had on. I start out with a Torridin serum. This is a super hydrating serum, and it's honestly one of my favorites. I love that it's in a little squeeze dispenser. It's just so much easier to apply, reapply, and it has such a nice consistency. The next thing I go in with is a moisturizer. This was a moisturizer me and my friend got in Japan. She said you can get this in the States in some places too, but she really wanted me to try it, and now it's one of my very favorite moisturizers. It's so jelly and bouncy. I don't know if I can even show you. It's like a putty almost. Just look how wow. Very hydrating. It's by Sana. And then after I moisturize, go through all of that, I will go in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is honestly one of my favorite primers that I have, and it's so great if you want an all-day makeup because your makeup will stick to you like glue. Glue. Very sticky. So I already did my base, and I already put my colored contacts in. I'm going to go for a bit of a dolly look tonight. So I'm kind of excited because I love when I do cuter makeup styles for the club. They're pretty open with I guess what makeup you can do, but they don't want anything crazy outrageous, and I'm not good at crazy outrageous awesome looking stuff, but I can do a cute little dolly look at the least. So I usually start out with color correcting. This is my bag of goodies that's literally stuffed to the brim, honestly. I have a lot of stuff here. So this is the best color corrector in my opinion. This is the same. I got this in Korea at Olive Young. It is one of the best color correctors least like for paler types of skin tones. I would say if you are going anywhere, if you have any darker skin tones, they don't really have a huge color range, sadly. It's not like Turtur where they have like a very, very wide range of things for everyone, sadly. And then I actually go in with a BK Angie Hot and Flashy. I definitely got this off of a Instagram ad because I needed a concealer brush for my under eyes, and honestly this works. It works very well together. So I like to cover up my redness, so I'll go in with the green, and I tend to have a lot of redness around my nose and cheeks. This is just honestly hyperpigmentation, and probably for me like rubbing my nose too much after eating spicy food. Because I can't handle the spicy food, but I do like eating spicy food. It's quite the dilemma, honestly. And then I will also add it a bit on my chin. Some people add it on their acne too, sometimes. If I have an active breakout, I will go in and color correct. But that's basically it for color correcting. Everything else will be covered by my foundation, because my foundation is a little bit more full coverage. And then I will go in with the pink. This is going to color correct my under eyes because I have very natural bags. So it's quite important to at least cover that up. Like, how? And you don't have to use a lot of product either. And then once I cover it up with my foundation, everything really just comes together after that. Like it's so good. It's so good. And then I'll go in a little bit on my eyelid too, since I do actually have veiny eyelids. And I do like to cover them up, at least for work related days. And that is my, at least the color correcting all done. I think it looks really good. Then we'll go in with my foundation. This is the foundation from Turtur. I actually don't like the red one that everyone really got into. I much prefer this one. I got this one when I was in Japan. This is the Turtur Mask Fit Crystal Mesh Cushion in porcelain. It has SPF 50 and it's PA++++, 4+. It doesn't feel very heavy, and the only thing that I don't like about the regular Turtur is that it does tend to oxidize. Even their different changes to formulation have oxidized. And I would usually like get something like this in Korea, but when I went to the Turtur in Korea, they had a line out the door, they had security, they had all these people, all these kind of people, and I guess it was some big like influencer event for Turtur. Did not see said influencers, but that's what security told me, because I was like, hey, is there any way I can get in today, maybe? And they're like, oh, there's actually an influencer event right now. And I was kind of sad because I really wanted to check out more of their foundations because I got this one in Japan and really liked it. And I haven't tried any of the others. I know there's like a pink one. I know there's like a pearly one, but like, see what I mean when I said like, oh, the color correction will do a lot, but the rest of that, cover. Where'd it go? Skin. All skin. All skin. And I like foundations that are cushion because you really don't have to use a lot of product to get what you want. Then I'll go around my nose. And I also forgot my forehead. That's like the one place I always forget to put makeup is my forehead. Because I got a little burnt one time in Japan. So I need to put makeup on my forehead now because it's a different color. Now look at that glow. Wow. Wow. And I also just really like the packaging. I think I have to be honest with myself sometimes, and I'm like, do I like the product or do I like the packaging? And for this, I love the product and the packaging. It's a win-win. It's a win-win, why not? So, that is that. Next, I'll be going in with some blush. So this is the 3CE Blush and Highlighter Duo. This is it's called Blush Lighter. It's in Midi Hype. But essentially it just has a very soft blush and then a really beautiful like pearlescent highlighter that I adore. Then I will be going in with a blush brush. And I will be putting that on all the high points. And then I kind of like to take it down the cheek as well, because that's usually where my original redness would be if it looked a little more in place. I'm not trying to look too fertile tonight. I'm just trying to look cute. Because I was at the club one time and some guy came up to me and I had quite a lot of blush on that night because I used the Giorgio Armani blush and I went a little too ham with it. And it just looked kind of like a mess. But in the dark, it didn't really matter. Under the club lights, it didn't matter. But this guy came up to me and he's like, you know, you look really fertile. Fertile? Weirdest compliment. I don't know, like, where people think of these things. Or, I mean, I know they're, like, drunk when they say these things to me. But I think that was one of the weirdest ones. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Very subtle highlight. You don't even really need to think about it too much, which is good. Then I will be going in with a setting spray. So I like to set my makeup between layers. So like for me, I think foundation and blush is like my base. And I'll be going with the All Day Tight Makeup Setting Fix. This one is really nice. So kind of let that set in, let it set, and then you can already see my eyelid like almost like creasing. So we will go in with my Makeup by Mario palette. This is the Ethereal Eyes in Moonlight, but this had so many nice like base shades that I just had to get it. Let me show you how stunning this is. Like, right away. Look at that color. Like these, I've already hit pan. Love this, love this, love this, love this. This color. I think I'm gonna go in with these two colors and then probably pick a lighter, cooler shimmer to go over everything. So I'm gonna go in with this brush. It's actually a Wet n Wild brush that I got probably 10 years ago at this point, which is kind of crazy for Wet n Wild. But I will go in kind of getting into that pan shade. It is such a good shade for just base makeup for the eye. And I'll take that honestly all the way up to my eyebrow. And then get in the corners there. Kind of set a little bit of the under eye too, because my under eyes like to crease from the moment they get makeup on top of them. So, nice little base. And then I'm gonna be going in with this shade and this shade, which are like the cooler tones in the palette. And it's very, very pigmented. You will see I just barely tapped that color and it's already almost smoky in my view. Maybe not in your view. But it's a very good color, honestly. And if you know what you're doing with a palette, I feel like someone could really rock this shit, because it has like this black and blue, which I was using for a long time for like my eyeliners, but it's stunning. And then I'm going in with this gray. This is like a smoky color, and this is definitely a bit more grungy. I've never really went for dark colors in my life until I got older. I used to go for very, very light colors, and I wouldn't do really very sexy makeup until now. And now I just really enjoy doing a sexy little makeup look. This is very, very subtle, but I think it's absolutely stunning. And then I will go in with a shimmer on the lid, and I will kind of make it a little more smoky on the eye, a bit more wet and grungy. See, very cute, very subtle, very demure. And then after all that, we will be going in with a liner. This is the Stila liner. I think it's the something all day. I just needed a 24-hour eyeliner because my eyes tend to water very easily. So I need something that's really gonna stay the night. As for bottle service, again, like I've been doing it a couple months, so it's been fun. Definitely meet a lot of interesting people, and all the girls are really nice, honestly. I really like my coworkers, and it makes me happy to actually work at a place where I get along with everyone. Not that I have issues with anyone ever, but, you know, I feel like people, when they hear bottle service, I think they just think, those girls are bitches, you know? And I have met some bitchy bottle girls. I can't lie. But, at least the ones in my club, they're not bitches to me. Or, like, I feel like they don't get in a bitchy mood to anyone. So, I will go in and do probably, like, a small wing. Again, something really cute. When I'm doing my eyeliner, since I have eyes that have a bit more fat up here, it does tend to hover on my actual eyelid. I lose like all this lid space when I just am sitting like forward and straight. So essentially I'll do my eyeliner in that same manner. So I'll start out with that. See, that's cute. And it like stays when I'm have my eyes open. Oh my god. Sorry if I'm going silent for a second here. I literally cannot do eyeliner for the life of me sometimes. Like I wish I had the skill that Ariana Grande has to effortlessly pull off a liner. But that skill has not been developed within me ever, so this is what I'm working with right now. There we go. Okay, see? It's giving cute little dolly. It's giving. I don't want to hear that it's not giving because I feel like that's giving. Then I'll go in with my under eye eyeliner with the Extreme Gel Presso pencil liner. This is from Clio. I don't know if you guys know Clio, but it's really nice. Again, like another nice makeup brand in Korea. I like mixing makeups from everywhere because it is just, their formulas are so nice there, honestly. I miss it dearly. And then I'll essentially continue my eyeliner for under my eyes. I won't go very far because my goal is not to look too crazy. And then I will blend this out. I'll blend this out with like a little brush. And sometimes I'll go in with something under it to make everything seem a bit more blended. Like I'll go in with like shadow or another pigment to blend everything. And that looks really good actually. I actually like that. So that is what this looks like right now. Then I'll go in with a little bit of highlight. This is the NYX Jumbo Gel Pencil. This is what I use for highlight every time, because sometimes I don't like using traditional highlights because they tend to look kind of almost like too glittery. So I'll go in there and then blend that in with my finger. So it's a bit more blended out. And then it really brightens that inner corner. Once I am done with that, I'll fix my eyeliner one more time because it's gonna piss me off. There we go. That's a little better. Then I will go in with my brows. This is it's Excel. So what is so cool about this is that it's literally like, I think it's like 3 pencils in one. So you have obviously like brushing out everything. My eyebrows are looking a little crazy right now, but let's just ignore that. And then you have your pencil tip, and then you twist this, and it's a dip like powder, and you can amazing little pencil. So I'll go ahead and brush these out again, at least like in a mirror. And then I will go in with the pencil for the ends of my eyebrows. And then I will go in with the powder. The powder I'll put kind of at the beginning of my eyebrows, just as a little contour. I don't want it too dark near the front of my eyebrows. Just like that. That's like pretty dark. There we go. And then I'll usually fix this up by like going in with a brush and just brushing everything out. And I'll fix everything up with a powder at the end. So they look quite dark right now. And a little crazy if I'm going to be completely honest. But we will go in with like a flat brush. And then let's get into this. This is just a white powder. It's a brightener technically, but I use it for powder. So I'll load it up on both sides, and then I will go in and really clean up my brows. I just really don't like what a brow cleanup looks like on my face with concealer. And I like how it looks on other people, but just not me. think the concealer brow can look really good if done right, but I can't do it right, so I don't do it. So I don't do anything. And then I can kind of tell that this brow might be a little darker, so I will brush that out. And brush this out until they kind of become the same color. And then again, clean up with the powder. That's a little better. So after all that, I'll go in with a brow gel. And this is from Brow Lash X. And I always get a brow gel that's a little bit lighter than my actual eyebrows, because it tends to bring everything together a little bit better. So those are the brows. And then we have contour. So I like to save contour for last because I think I struggle with it the most. But I'll go in with the Too Cool Art Class by Rodin. This and then my brightener are the same brand. They actually came together. And this is a lovely one because they usually have this in a very cool tone, which I used to buy. But they had like a warm tone version, and I am a bit more warmer, at least in the summer when I use more bronzer. So I'll go in with that. And I'm gonna carve out my nose because I love my nose, but it can be a bit annoying sometimes with how pointy it, or not how pointy it looks, how big it looks. So I go out with contour under. So I have more of like a crooked nose, so I like something that lifts my nose up a little. So go under here to lift that tip up, and then go over here and over here to contour the sides of my nose, and then down here as well, and then also down here as well. And I just like to go as light as possible because with contour, a little goes a long way. And then I'll bring it down from my nose to my tip. Really round out that tip, and then go in on top. And that's a little contoured, very, 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 very little, not crazily contoured. Then I'll go in a little on my eyes too, why not? And then I'll go in with like the darkest color in there and go on my nose tip once again, because I really like to contour that part. And it kind of lifts my nose just a bit. And then I like to go in with the contour stick also. If I can find it. The contour stick is very, very cute, honestly. It's one of the cutest ones I have. Oh. So, I was in Japan, I was at Donkinyon, and they have so much cute stuff there. And they have a Grwm contour stick. Like, come on, I'm gonna buy it. So it comes with a contour and a highlight, and they're both like cool tones. So I'll use these on my lips to contour there and there, down there too, to like my lips look a little more juicy. And then I'll actually blend this in with my finger, because if I blend it in with anything else, I fear that it'll look kind of weird. I love how this looks. Like, it just gives my lips like a little more perkiness, I guess. And it does look very cute. And then we will go in with a makeup brush. Getting a little lost in the sauce here. There's a lot of things around me right now. And then I'll go back in with my contour, usually more of the lighter shades. And I will go in and sculpt out a cheekbone. Same thing on this side. Same thing for my chin. And then also same thing for my forehead. Oh gosh. Oop. See, I got these little clips to like keep my hair still, but they're not really doing their job as much as I want them to. So, I got everything down. Now I'll go in with the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. Lip liner is definitely essential for this job. I think everyone brings their lip liners with them. We have little like fanny packs that we like carry with us to take money, and it's also a bag for your lip glosses and lip liners. Because it is such an appearance-based job. Okay, so that is the lips. And then we will do the lashes. This is honestly one of my favorite parts. I usually use like different lashes I get from Amazon. As you can see, I've already broke this one, but I'll go in this. These are like manga lashes, and since I do like doing like a dolly look, that's why I chose them especially for this. So you go in with this is like a clear gel, and I'll usually brush out my lashes with like a spoolie before I start this process, because it is very tedious and it's weird when your lashes are like already clumped together. It doesn't distribute very well. So I will go in, put this under my lash line. Because I make such weird faces when I do this stuff. So let that dry just a little, get tacky. And I'll go in with I like using a 16mm lash, at least near the ends of my eyes, because I like a little bit of a cat eye effect. actually put this up here. And I'm gonna go in. It's actually very hard. Wow. Okay, I did good with that one. I slayed. And then I'll go in with a 14 millimeter. The 14 millimeter I do use, I feel like a lot more of those. Because they fit my eye shape just a bit more. And then I'll go back to a 16, specifically with this look because I can go a little dramatic, but on a day-to-day basis, I don't like very dramatic makeup. And then I'll go in with another 14 millimeter. There we go. This one I can probably readjust just a bit more. Actually, that's better. There we go. There we go, yes. Okay, sorry, again, like, it's actually quite hot in my room right now. But I really wanted to do, like, a get ready with me ASMR video. Okay. So we'll go back in and do the ceiling. I love this part. It just seals everything in. And I'm pretty sure like you can not rewear these, but you can wear these for a day or two. But I just don't tend to do that. And then we will go in to the other eye with the bond side. I know you're supposed to put it on like just the under part, but when I do that, it doesn't stay for some reason, or it doesn't stay as much as I want it to. I was like, damn, it's gonna give me a hard time today. I think the hardest part is getting it on that outer lash. Then another 14. And then another 16. And then one more 14. Yes. And that is that. I could go into like my inner eye more, but I honestly just don't really want to. But I do like the sound of the, I don't know. I just love almost done. Almost done. I do have my mascara that I still need to do. And then also highlight. Okay, so this is the mascara. This is the Kailash mascara. Again from Clio. It is a really, really great mascara. And if you want your lashes to stay all day, this is the best way to do it. And that gives you that's what gives you that dolly look. I swear it's those bottom lashes all clumped together. And then I'll let that dry because my top lash likes to stick to my bottom lash sometimes. And then I want to go in with a little, this is Art Class, so this is the same brand as my contour and that highlighting, but it is a waterline. It's gonna brighten up my waterline just a bit. Or at least that's what I use it for. Some people use it for other stuff. I like to brighten up my waterline. Here we go, pink. Then to finish off, we will go in with a little bit of cream highlighter. This is from the same, so it's the same as my color corrector. But since I did a lot of contour in the nose, we just go on the tip and just a little higher on the bridge, and then a little under the brow, and whatever's left can go to my cheeks. So this is the finished look. I straightened my hair. It's kind of the usual routine. And then I will go in again with a setting spray. And this is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you for joining me wherever it's day or night. I hope you have a lovely day or sleep extremely well. And if you want to see any other types of videos from me, I kind of want to play around with this channel. I mostly want to do ASMR because it's so fun. But I want to play around with different things. Like, tell me in the comments what other videos you would like